speculation North Carolina's senior Senator Richard Burr would not run for re-election, but he is, and he has some serious issues on his plate if he wins. Fox 8's senior political reporter Bob Buckley sat down with the senator today to talk about those. Bob?
You know, Burr became the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee about this time last year, and I think he saw a lot of work undone that he wanted to finish. Richard Burr has been in Congress since 1994, and unlike just about all of his Senate colleagues, he has no urge to move down the street to the job Mr. Obama is giving up next year. Apparently, there is plenty of work still to do up on the Hill.
I'm going to be a grandfather in the next couple of weeks. That I've really become focused on the next generation. And it's really what every American should be engaged in this election about.
Richard Burr calls the choice Americans will have this fall the most stark since Franklin Roosevelt ran for re-election 80 years ago. Two parties with different visions of how to revive a moribund economy growing at less than 2% per year.
Here's what we do know, that the rest of the world won't recover unless America recovers, unless America recovers in a strong way. 2-3% is not strong. And when you're part of a global economy, then you've got to attract capital to grow. The U.S. economy is the 800-pound gorilla. It's so big that there's really not enough capital in the United States to fuel 4%.
And attracting foreign investment, Burr says, would require changing the American corporate tax rate, the highest in the developed world. A more immediate threat that Burr sees is ISIS.
It's the most equipped, the most wealthy, and the most expansive terrorist group the world has ever seen. Its bank account is bigger than bin Laden ever dreamed, and its intent is not just to destroy Americans. It's a global intent to destroy really anybody non-Muslim, but I might say also Muslims in the Middle East. Probably more Muslims have been killed by ISIL than non-Muslims.
As the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, Burr has new insight into what America and its allies face and says the biggest problem is the lack of a coherent strategy for defeating ISIS that goes beyond a few bombing missions.
It is a challenge, but I think it's safe to say that we've tried for several years now to do this from the air. It can't be done from the air. And for anyone to take seriously our commitment to eliminate ISIL means that we're going to have to adopt a new strategy with a larger coalition globally that's willing to get into Syria, into the geography, and do some of the really difficult work.
Burr stopped short of saying that he advocates putting American ground troops into Syria, but he pointed out that the Saudis recently said that they would put ground troops in, but only if America joins them.